Want to start designing your own parts for 3D printing without spending weeks learning CAD software? I'm going to show you how to start designing in Tinkercad in under 8 minutes. So first off, what is Tinkercad? It's a free browser-based 3D design tool by Autodesk, and it's perfect for beginners. You can easily sign up with your existing Google account. There you'll be brought to your dashboard where you can see 3D designs, circuits, or code blocks that you can design. But we're going to be doing 3D designs. So when we create a new 3D design, we're brought to our work plane. This is the surface that we have to work with, measured in millimeters. We can change these units under the workspace settings. If you know for sure that this is going to be an object that you're printing, you can also change the size of the work plane to whatever your 3D printer bed size is. On the left-hand side, we have multiple ways that we can explore the work plane, with zooming in and out, and then also being able to grab at the top a representation of our workspace. Our basic shapes are located on the right, and there's multiple things that we can choose from. If we drag a standard cube onto the work plane, you can see that we can change the height of it and the dimensions. If you notice, it's snapping to 1/8 inch as we drag it, but you can change that to be off or to be a smaller margin to make it more specific. This comes in handy if you need one object to fit with another. When you add a shape like a cylinder, you can choose how many sides it has or how smooth it is, or you can add a bevel to the edges even. There's also a custom 3D drawing tool which you can use. You drag and drop that and then use your cursor to sketch out whatever shape you want to make. Now you can incorporate that 3D shape into your model. Here's a quick example of how to combine shapes. So let's take a cylinder, flatten it out, and then copy and paste it to duplicate it. Place one over the other, and then instead of a solid, make it a hole. Then you can select both shapes, group them, and the area that was made into a hole will be subtracted from the solid part of the object. So here's just a quick example of how you can add different parts to make one whole shape. So we're going to use a rectangle along with a triangle shape. We can move that up and position it on top to make a roof. Another rectangle will serve as the door frame. By using rectangles and then subtracting them from the main rectangle, the solid, we can create spaces for windows. Once we're done with our model, we group everything together to make sure it's one solid shape. Then we go up to export, and we can download it and 3D print it with the program of our choice. You can also download it and import it into a program such as Blender. Once your file is downloaded, you can open up your 3D printing software. In this case, I'm using the Bamboo Studio, and you can drag and drop that file onto the plate. From there, you can fine-tune any of the settings for 3D printing that you might need to change. And that's how you can get started using Tinkercad to create your own 3D models for printing or 3D design. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, let me know, would you like to see more tutorials like this? And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.